What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to show you how you can take a melodic sound that you've made that has a little bit of a rhythm and use that to modulate another sound using spectral compression to basically get like a hybrid of two different sounds. And so basically what I've done is I've just taken this guitar riff right here. That's one I sampled off of TikTok. It's by this creator right here. Go check him out if you want to. And then use this melodic like pad pluck sound that I made to kind of spectrally compress the two together using like a specific kind of sidechaining. I'll get into all that, but let's just start with how the pad pluck is made. So for this one, I took a melodic sample right here. So I just have a melodic loop sample. I've changed the randomness on a couple of these, especially the offset and the panning. Turn the scan down a little bit. A lot of density, so a lot of grains. And then the length is like medium to long, but you know, don't go too short, don't go too long. And then turn on forward loop, that way it loops back once you get to the end of the sample. And that's just gonna give you like a little pad sound there. And then once you have that, I have a eighth note rate thing. It's basically like a 16th note pluck, except I've kind of swung the second pluck back a little bit, which just makes it a little bouncier and a little funner. You don't have to do that, but that's the way that I did this one. Right, and that's almost everything for it, right? I have a little bit of reverb that's going into, and then just some post effects that just brighten it up, add a little bit of flanging, and like compress the hits together. So once we have that, I've rendered that to audio, and then I took that and I routed it into my high guitar, or my red guitar that I have. And then I took the bus that's routed into like my mixer track there, like my main everything mix, and turned it off. Right, so it's just playing my guitar when that plays, and it's just acting as a sidechain input. And then I've added one of the patchers that I did as a spectral like patcher auto sidechaining preset. But what you're gonna wanna do here is just go into a spectral compressor. You're gonna open up the settings tab and just get a sidechain input and pick your whatever sound you're using to modulate it. And then you want to go in here and just switch the mode from pink noise to sidechain matching. Sidechain compression is gonna move it out of the way anytime that the sound plays, and sidechain matching is gonna put the sound that you've just added into the sound, like take like spectral little sine waves and just kind of build the volume of the original sound into whatever sample you have. So then I've taken that and I've just added automations to a couple of the knobs in this. You can buy this on my Gumroad if you want to go buy this. You don't need to though. So as you can see there, I'll get rid of this top layer because it kind of makes the strummy part sound better, because I have this secondary, I have that strummy guitar coming in at the end. But as you'll kind of see with my pattern down here, I'm just turning the downwards compression up and down, because when the downwards compression, oh, I gotta have my sidechain source on. Well, actually, it kind of illustrates it there. If you have the downwards compression down, which, you know, I'll show this just so you know which one it is in here. So once we have our sidechain input going, we basically have like that guitar riff's basically like all the tones that are in that guitar riff being played to the volume and like rhythm of this little grain bump sound. So that's a cool thing that you can use to like take one sound and layer it with another. Let me kind of replace this patcher so I can show what you can do basically to get this without having that plugin. So you're gonna want to get a spectral compressor going. We're gonna want to go in here again, set this up, and I'll just show you how you can get this sound without having the patcher that I just showed. So I'm gonna get rid of the analyzer, and then I'm gonna go here, and then watch once I turn these both up, I start getting that sound. So one of the things that the patcher has built in is a bunch of post effects. We're just gonna add an OTT to kind of like bring it out. Then I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna show kind of what these effects that I'll typically use for this are. That gets you like so longer settings will get you like a smoother version of the sound. Super short settings will get you almost like a super saw. right? And you can change the window size here to get almost like a glitchy version of it. And you hear how that gets, you know, with the super short attack and release. Much more of a glitchy, bit crunched type of deal. So hopefully that gives you enough info where you can do that. Just to note too, global threshold, once you've set these, you can kind of just use the global threshold to change stuff. But I wanted to mix in the downwards compression. You could probably do it with upwards as well. So yeah, so that's going to do it for this one, y'all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support I've gotten on the channel lately. If you want to support even more, you don't need to, but if you want to, well, it would help me. I would appreciate it if you did, but you don't need to. But if you want to, Patreon, Gumroad, I just put a new sample pack out. That's definitely worth getting. And hit me up for lessons on Instagram. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all in the next one.